Hey, it's Ish, and I'm here to share something very, very powerful with you. Things that I have learned along my journey that I have to share. Have to. We're talking about affirmations. We're talking about having the ability to manifest whatever outcome it is that you want for yourself. Let me affirm you right now. You are powerful beyond measure. You have the power to create whatever outcome it is that you want for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your children, for your husband, for your wife, whoever it is that is in your life. You have the power to create any type of outcome. You have the power to change your mind. You have the power to change your vision. You have the power to change your actions. Somebody who was a king of affirmations, in my opinion, was Muhammad Ali. Rest in peace. Muhammad Ali knew the power of affirmations. He told himself that he was a champion before he even knew he was a champion. When he walked in the room, what did he say? The champ is here. The champ is here. If you ask me, I'll say that what he was doing was he was affirming himself. He was affirming himself, telling himself that he could be a champion. He wanted to be a champion. He became a champion. How did he become a champion? He told himself that he would be a champion. One of my favorite Muhammad Ali quotes. It is the repetition of affirmations that lead to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, real things begin to happen. Now let me tell you a little bit about me. I was 11 when I lost my daddy. My daddy was my best friend. I was a daddy's girl. He was my support. He was my rock. He was everything to me. I spent a lot of time with him. When he died, a part of me died. Like I no longer knew who I was. I felt unworthy. Didn't feel like I was worth anything. I didn't feel like I wasn't confident. I really, really suffered, and it affected me in a very tremendous way. My dad was my academic support. So when he died, so did my grades. In middle school, I got socially promoted. In high school, the only reason I graduated was because they dropped 2 graduation requirements. I was working at Safeway. It was a cool job. I started to really like it and live my life around it. But some shady stuff happened. We don't need to go there. We can talk about that another day. But I left that job and I ended up working for youth radio. And when I got there, really, really, really beautiful things happened. Something shifted in my mind. One, I was surrounded by these beautiful people who were affirming themselves, who were powerful, who had these visions and turned those visions into reality. All right. The other thing was those folks affirmed me. So something shifted in my head. One of my mentors, a couple of my mentors actually, they told me that I should be applying for college. And in my head, I'm like, college? Like, how the hell I'm gonna apply for college? My grades were so bad in high school, like it's not gonna work. Not gonna work. They said so. And I'm like, what you mean so? And then the other one had the nerve to tell me that I could apply for UCLA. I'm like, am I missing something? By that time, they saw things in me that I hadn't seen yet. I was accumulating a lot of skills. I had a lot of opportunities. Those opportunities helped me build my resume. It was pretty amazing. I went home that day and I wrote on my mirror with an Expo marker 2 things. 1, get into UCLA. 2, find spirituality. I started taking classes at a local junior college, and I went to see a counselor one day, and I told that counselor, I want to go to UCLA, and I don't want to I don't want to have to do 60 credits. I want to transfer before having to reach 60 credits. You know what that counselor told me? The counselor said, you can't do that. They don't do that. And so in my head, I'm like, no. No. I'm about to do that. I'm sorry. And in a way, I thought he was just saying that just to say it, but I mean, it was the honest mistake. It just hadn't happened, and he hadn't seen it happen, you know. But that was the last time I booked a session with any counselor at that college. When I got my GPA up, I started applying to colleges. I applied to all of the UCs, every single last one of them. And then I watched letter after letter after letter come in. I got denial letter after denial letter after denial letter after denial letter after denial letter. All of them told me, go back, finish up your requirements. Then I get a letter from UCLA. I opened that letter and I looked at that letter. It was on letterhead. And that letter said, congratulations. UCLA was the only school that believed in me. It was the only school that accepted me. And it was the only school that I wrote on that mirror, too. It was the only school I wanted to get into. The crazy thing about it was as soon as I got to UCLA, I met 3 people. 3 beautiful people who really helped guide me spiritually. Not only that, I was able to take classes in my own major that helped me learn more about different religions around the world that I subscribe to and that I practice now. Affirmations got me there. You want to hear something else that's crazy? My graduation day fell on Father's Day. I graduated on Father's Day. Fast forward to now, I'm a teacher, graphic designer, photographer, college professor. These are things that you never would have been able to tell me that I could do as a young person. That young person that was insecure, felt, like they weren't nothing, that she wasn't nothing. Like that little girl is still in me. Best believe I embrace that little girl, and I love that little girl, and I look out for that little girl through those affirmations. Let me tell you a little bit about the psychology of the mind. Your mind is made up of 3 sections. Your conscious mind is it's the part of your mind that allows you to be aware in the present moment. It's the part of your mind that allows you to make decisions and to think logically. The subconscious part of your mind allows you to dig through information in your mind and recollect thoughts. And the subconscious part of your mind is the part that is deep inside of you, deep inside of your mind. It is your early childhood. It is your fears, those things that you've repressed. It's the parts of you that stem from your beliefs, your values, your morals. It is the part of you that acts on impulse. It is the part of you that has phobias. It is the part of you that was traumatized. Okay? It is the part of the mind that is the hardest to access. So if you think of a tree, it's those roots. And that roots that came from that seed very, very early on. So I'm talking about thoughts that you had when you were in your mother's womb. Creator knows what your mom went through while you were in the womb. Now the conscious part of your mind is only 10%. The subconscious and the unconscious parts of your mind, 90% of your mind. Do you know that you have to feel that unconscious part of your mind? You have to strategically plant new seeds that will allow you to sprout new thoughts, new experiences, new visions, new reality. When you give yourself an affirmation and you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, Ish, you are beautiful inside and out. Ish, your flaws are beautiful. Ish, you have the power to create whatever outcome it is that you want for yourself. When I look in the mirror and I say that to myself, I'm not talking to my conscious mind, because my conscious mind won't believe it all the time. I'm talking to my unconscious mind through the subconscious, because the subconscious hears everything. Everything, I'm telling you. You cannot leave the TV on at night and you got the Kardashians up there. You can't. You can't. I mean, no offense. I shouldn't have said that. And you got the Kardashians up there. Or you got Love and Hip Hop. You cannot do that. You have to shield your mind from that type of stuff. So right now, I'm going to share with you 10 things that you can do right now. 10 things that you can do to create whatever outcome it is that you want for yourself, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is. Okay? No matter if you still think that it is impossible, or those around you think it's impossible. I don't care if you got into a horrible injury and you want to do something that requires a whole bunch of physical activity. I believe in you. Now you gotta practice though. If you're not gonna put in the work, you're not gonna get the results. So you have to put in the work. Just like Evangelina always say, you gotta do your work, okay? And I'm gonna give you some work to do. Number 1, think of something that you want to affirm. Anything. Number 2, affirm yourself. Tell yourself that it is gonna happen no matter what. 3, develop a habit that allows you to practice that affirmation every single day. You might write it down. You might look at, do how I did. Write it on your mirror. Put it on a post-it. Put it in your wallet. Put it in Sharpie on your ATM card. So every time you swipe, if you're dealing with finance, I don't care. Number 4, allow yourself to visualize what it feels like when you reach that end goal. Like really close your eyes and envision yourself and whatever outcome it is that you want, and allow yourself to feel those very real feelings that come with reaching that goal, and just sit in it. Do it every day, every single day. Number 5, tell your friends and your family members to affirm you. You affirm them too, give and take. Number 6, defend your mind from receiving any negative thoughts. Anybody tell you can't do it, defend your mind. In my head, I told that counselor, in my head, I told that counselor, you're not about to tell me no. I already made it up in my mind that that's what I'm going to do and that's how it's going to go down. Do you know how insecure that little girl was inside of me? Can't let folks allow that little girl to take over the big girl, the big boy in you. So you don't have to start a fight with nobody. You don't even have to tell them that you don't agree. You can nod and smile. That's what I did. But in my head, I'm like, Number 7, sit back and watch your manifestations come true. And the key here is patience. Just because you try to manifest something and it doesn't happen automatically, don't lose hope. Keep doing it. It takes practice and it takes patience. Number 8, as it manifests, document it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give up. I'm just lying. No, but I'm serious. Write it down. Document it. Number 9, once you get it, be thankful. Thank the universe. Thank your creator. Thank yourself. Thank everybody around you who helped you. When you show gratitude, you are doing a whole bunch. And that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But when you show gratitude, you are reaffirming that you have the power to manifest. You are reaffirming that your creator has your back. You are reaffirming that your friends and your family member have the power to help you. And that does a lot to the subconscious and the unconscious mind. And last but not least, share the power of affirmations with those around you and watch your entire life change and watch the lives of those around you change. We got enough going on in this world. Right now is hard times. So in the midst of hard times, we have to have each other's backs. So I'm doing this for you, for us, for us. You are beautiful. You are creative. You are imaginative. You are powerful beyond measure. You have the power to create whatever outcome it is that you want for yourself, for your future, for your kids, for your grandkids, for your husband, for your wife, for your sister, for your brother, for your ex-husband, for your baby daddy, for your baby mama. It doesn't, for your whoever is in your life. You have the power to operate from divine love and divine love only. Thank you.